Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklarbro Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
aka two Jews, no Dr. Seuss.
no more Dr. Seuss, a couple more Doug Culps, aka Sklarbringers, aka winning the Sklargument, aka Barb and Sklar go to Vista Del Mar.
Heyo,
Doug Culp, aka Dougathon.
Yes.
Check out and follow at Dougathon. He's a great comic who sweet guy, and follow him and get his, follow his GoFundMe and support this guy.
him.
He's a really good comic.
He's a good dude. All
right, we got a story. We're going to jump right into it
and then we'll
now.
tell you other stuff to get involved with, as we always do. We like to keep you abreast. Okay, so here's the deal. All right, if you're an adult and you have too much to drink,
That's right.
right now, in this moment in history, there are so many options at your fingertips to handle that situation,
Sure.
right? Yes, it might be slightly inconvenient for you to leave your car at a party or at a restaurant. Or
It's going to suck the next day to have to go
have
home.
someone drive you back by to get it, or you take a cab back and you grab it. And
Uber home, Uber back, drive it home, be responsible. It's going to cost you. It's a mistake that you got too drunk to drive.
So if you're too drunk, we're talking about like
It's
so
a $20
drunk,
mistake.
so drunk that you're driving the wrong way down a major boulevard. You got to know when to fold them.
You got to know when to walk away and
And
know,
you know
when to call an Uber.
That's it. And I don't know exactly what happened with Tiger Woods.
Some
in this
said he
crash.
was asleep at the wheel. Why is he driving himself to a Discovery Channel shoot?
I don't know.
Why?
I'm guessing he was on meds probably. The guy has so much pain.
Yeah.
He may have gotten distracted. Maybe he was asleep.
Maybe
I
he
don't
was
know.
up really late. Maybe couldn't fall asleep.
I don't know any of the details, but here's what I do know.
He should not have been driving himself.
We said that over and over again. And neither should have Hawaiian House of Representatives member Sharon Har.
Hardy. Har.
She got pulled over for drunk driving, and then it got worse.
Oh, boy.
Let's get into it. Okay. First of all, to everyone who says all we do is call out people on the right wing of politics in our country, number one, you're wrong. Okay, and this story proves it. Sharon Har is a Democrat in the state of
And
Hawaii.
she's an idiot.
Number two, maybe it feels like we're oftentimes calling out right-wing assholes because they make it so damn easy to do.
And
okay?
a lot of them are assholes.
When you shit the bed and then roll in it, it's easy to smell you coming, okay?
And then call you on that shit.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, but crazy right-wing Republicans and QAnon fools and the Proud Boys and the Capitol rioters, they make themselves targets by what they do on a daily basis.
And this is a daily podcast.
That's what we do.
So
It's our job daily to call out the nonsense, and they've lived in the nonsense for a long time, so we're going to do it.
We're not turning down stories from the other side.
Today, though, Sharon Har, a Democrat, is the focus of our ridicule. Let's get into it. The 52-year-old, 3 years older than us.
She's close to us in age.
Hawaiian, didn't that used to sound so old?
Yep.
Hawaiian lawmaker got pulled over after driving down the wrong way of a major street at 10 p.m. 10 p.m.
10 p.m. is not that late. That means you were drinking for a long time, or you drank a lot really fast.
She's on a one-way street, all right.
Yeah, she's on a one-way street. She's on a highway to hell.
She's on a one-way street to Has-Been Station. Mm-hmm. And as we said, 10:20. People are out at 10:20 in Hawaii. It's 3 hours
man.
earlier, right? Just kidding.
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how that works. But think about it. Like 10:20 is not a crazy hour, especially I think in Hawaii, because it's a contained island and because there's quarantine going on there.
Yeah.
I think COVID numbers are down in Hawaii in a way
They
that
kind
like, I
of
think they're
spiked a
open up.
little bit. Look, what she did is completely wrong. Like you just can't do what she did.
Well, let's get into it. All right.
Yeah.
In the report, the officer who made the initial stop said that Har slurred her speech and appeared intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
Look, if it looks like a frog, if it smells like a frog, then it's a drunk frog.
Yeah.
All right. That's what it is.
That's the truth.
He said, quote, the officer, I could smell the odor of the alcoholic beverage emitting from her breath and the interior of her vehicle.
Did she drink it like this? Just like
could smell it on the car, not just on her breath.
you know how when you drink so much, when you sweat, it comes out of your pores.
She got so drunk, she got her car drunk.
That's right.
Her Mazda Miata blew a .09.
That's right.
Another officer said Har raised her voice with them.
Yeah, cops love that.
Cops always love it
Cops
when you
love
raise
it
your
when you
voice.
raise your voice.
You love it when you yell at them.
Talk down to them.
They love when you talk down to them. They just respond to that so well, don't they?
Yeah.
She began to yell that she was embarrassed.
Okay, weird thing to yell loudly.
If you're going to yell that you're embarrassed,
I mean,
don't
to
do
me-
another embarrassing thing.
If you're yelling that you're embarrassed, to me, that's a lot of confidence for an embarrassed person.
And then she yelled that her wrists hurt. What does that have to do with any? Is that a euphemism?
Talk about tangents.
The cuffs aren't even on you yet.
Yes.
You can't say your wrists hurt now.
You can't preemptively say, don't cuff me because my wrists
hurt. Then she questioned the cops as to why there needed to be so many officers at the scene and stated Black Lives Matter.
First of all, she's not black.
For the record, she is not black.
Second of all,
she is
yes,
Asian.
Black Lives Matter, but don't bring that into this.
She is a person of color, fine, but you can't use Black Lives Matter to get cops to leave you alone when you're pulled over for being drunk.
And you're yelling that you're embarrassed.
She then began to yell at officers Ting and Tori to hurry up because she needed to call people.
Ting and Tori, let's say it. New Rizzolian Isles.
They're the Hawaiian Rizzolian Isles.
Yes, they are.
And come on, she, this is her excuse. She needed them to hurry up because she needed to call people. Don't they know she needs to call people, Randy?
I mean,
she needs to call people.
She has some very important calls to make at 10:20 p.m.
She is having so much trouble navigating this car without having to call people. Now she has to call people.
She has so many calls at 10:20 p.m.
She does not need to add calls to the mix, goddammit. Tori and Ting.
Weirdest flex ever.
That is the weirdest flex ever. Like only a Hawaiian lawmaker would say that she has calls that I need to call people.
I start my calls when everyone's in
You're in bed.
in bed.
You can't be some like you even if you're a Boost Mobile employee, you can't claim that you need to call people. That doesn't work.
It doesn't. It's just airtight logic, Jay.
A third officer, Christopher Morgado, said Har began asking if I knew who she is.
Here we
man,
go.
there you go.
Are you LeBron James'
Here it
mom?
goes.
I don't know what you are.
I defy anyone who listens or watches this podcast to name more than 2 state representatives in their local government.
You can't do it. I mean, I can do a couple. I can do it
in our local. Who?
in our local government.
Who?
Yeah, Nithya Raman.
Is she local? Or
She's
is she,
local.
She's not
local.
national.
She's not national. She's local.
All right, that's 1. I don't think the Pod
David Ryu. That's 2. I just did 2.
All right, I don't think the Pod Save America
City Council.
do it. It's hard. I don't know what they look like. Do you know what they look like?
No, but I.
That's a bad question to ask someone because
Exactly.
I tell you what, you're not going to like their answer no matter what it is.
It's like us saying, "Do you know who we are?" And people would be like, "Kind of."
Most likely, they're going to say, "Nah, I don't know who you are." Then she related.
They're like, "Weren't you? I loved you guys on
what were you guys
VH1, like the
Best Week Ever."
We're like, we never were on that. We were on a bunch of other VH. Like that's what the argument will then.
The discussion devolves into no, we were on Best 50 Beach Bodies. We weren't on.
It's like Best Week Ever. Though that's really the fault of VH1 making their programming so similar, but it was successful for them and it worked for them in the moment.
All right. Before we get to the next thing she said, because I think it might be the best, we're going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll pick up right where we left off.
Holy
This
crap.
drunk woman in a car yelling weird things to cops, bizarre flexes.
So strange. And a Hawaiian lawmaker, and she's a Democrat, and we're taking her down. We'll be right back after this. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We've got a live stand-up show plus cheap seats we're doing on March 20th, Nowhere Comedy Club. Get your tickets at eventbrite.com. So excited to do this show.
People have been asking us, can you do cheap seats? Can you bring it back? We're bringing it back in this form. So we want to see you guys there. Let's fill that room up. It's going to be a lot of fun to do the show. So let's get into that.
And then on April 10th, we got the live Dumb People Town with Ryan Sickler. It's going to be the Honey Dumb. If you love the Honeydew, which is an amazing podcast,
it's so good.
You will love ours with him. And he's one of our best guests that we've ever had on Dumb People Town. So he was our second guest we ever had on the second ever episode of Dumb People Town. So definitely check that out. It's on April 10th. And the Cactus Blossoms are playing music. Very excited about that. Eventbrite.com for both those tickets. Get them now.
All right. So when we left, Sharon Har, who's a Democratic Hawaiian lawmaker, was drunk in her car driving the wrong way down a one-way street.
At 10:20 p.m.
10:20 p.m. And
she was yelling at the cops.
She told people, I have calls. I have to call people. Hurry up. I have to call people. I have people I need to call.
Weirdest flex
Most bizarre flex ever. And then she said this. Sharon then related that she was going to be the next governor, but this will mess up her plans.
This is going to mess up her plan. I think you messed up your plans.
She is. She is. I think she is right. Maybe this is totally going to mess up her plans. This will mess
this that she did.
She should probably start practicing the phrase, I was going to be the next governor.
I should have been the next governor.
There's a tiny little tense change there from is to was going to be the next governor.
But it's much more accurate.
It does at this point make it so much more accurate. Just practice it. See how that feels. See how it rolls off your tongue, because that's going to be your narrative from here on out. The police accounts contradict, this is the part where it gets crazy, Har's explanation of the events. Earlier this week, the veteran lawmaker blamed the arrest on a single beer mixed with medication she was taking for a respiratory illness that contained codeine.
The old one beer and cough medicine.
And some codeine. So wait, you have a respiratory illness, but you're out?
Yeah, you shouldn't be out. You're a lawmaker.
The old one beer and medication excuse is just too much. You're on medication. If you're
Don't
on
drink.
medication,
Don't drink.
Literally everyone knows that.
Everyone. Lindsay Lohan knows that.
Michael Lohan knows that.
That tells
and
you
you
that
don't know that?
You should know it.
All right. After working late, this is what she said. After working late that night, I made the decision to have a beer with dinner.
Wait, I thought she was not done working. She still had people to call.
No, she was working so hard that she forgot how medication works, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I bet those Hawaiians don't even appreciate how hard you're working and how late into the night
you had lots of calls to make starting at 10:20 p.m.
I mean, you were kind of working to get those beers in your belly. I'll tell you that much.
You know what she's saying.
Quote, while I didn't realize it at the time, that decision, coupled with my medication, is something I will regret for the rest of my life.
So let's throw the medication under the bus.
It's
right?
half the medication's fault, right?
Let's throw the vaccine under there, too.
Let's distribute the blame evenly here, guys.
Okay? If the medication wouldn't have been doing what it was doing,
I can't control
I would
the
have been
medication.
fine here. I could have driven on one beer.
But during her arrest, Morgado said that Har had related that she is not currently taking prescription medication.
Oh! That is a question people ask.
Did she not? Is that how drunk she was, that she literally didn't remember saying that?
Yeah, you're so wasted, you can't keep a lot of things straight.
Right. Police said Har.
You can't see straight.
This is another killer. Har, known for her work on toughening drunk driving laws.
No!
You
can't do that.
Also refused to take a sobriety test.
Yeah. She wants to make that tougher. She's trying to toughen it on these guys.
Known for toughening drunk driving law. That's suddenly an unfortunate thing to be known for, right? For this woman?
Yeah.
Used to be a wonderful thing to be known for.
Yeah.
Used to be.
Cracking down on drunk
like
idiots.
2 days ago, it was the most wonderful thing to be known for.
You crack down on drunk idiots getting behind the wheel, putting everybody at risk.
Endangering lives. Who could possibly against that? Who could be against that?
Your future self could.
Yeah. Colin Moore, a University of Hawaii political science professor and Hawaii News Now political analyst, said the police reports are damaging.
You think so? I love this guy has that many qualifications to say something that
she was supposed to be governor.
Yes.
That rolls off my tongue. That actually sounds good.
Yeah, she should have been.
This is his quote. This is one of the worst things that can happen to a politician, particularly if they have any aspirations to a higher office, because it will just keep coming back again and again. Like herpes.
Yep.
He didn't say that, but I added that.
Yeah.
He added, you can create a situation where the lie ends up worse than the crime itself. Yes. Why didn't she just say generically, I made a mistake.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have got behind the wheel of the car.
I'm human.
It's
I made
dark
a
out. I have a lot of calls to make.
I have so many people to call.
I was thinking about the calls.
I'm getting buried under these damn calls.
That's right.
Or if she just would have said, look, I had too much to drink. I miscalculated. In the COVID, I haven't been drinking as much. And I went out and I had 2 drinks, and normally I'm fine with that. But you know what? I got behind the wheel and that was a massive
I made a mistake and
mistake.
I'm sorry.
Howard Luke, Har's attorney, said
too many first names there.
Howard Luke, Har's attorney, said his client, quote, has fully accepted responsibility for her conduct.
I would have left out the word fully.
Yeah. Because then if you leave the word out fully, then that statement is not that awful. Has taken some responsibility.
She didn't fully take responsibility. She blamed
half of it on the medication.
That's right. He also said
she is deeply sorry for this entire incident. She is dedicated to regaining the trust of the community, he said.
You know what instills trust in the community, Jay?
Having your lawyer say that you're dedicated to reinstilling trust in the community.
Instead of you saying it to your community itself.
Number one, people love and trust lawyers.
Number two,
good call having someone else say that.
You're just showing the community how much you've gotten the lawyer to trust you.
This woman needs a better assistant.
She needs a life coach.
She needs a designated driver friend.
A really bad opponent in the gubernatorial race.
Correct. Because without all that, She done.
She done.
She finished. She done.
She gone.
Amazing excuses. And for all you people who say we only attack one side of the aisle,
There you go.
If you're a dummy, we're going to call you out. And that's how it works.
You gonna get got.
Okay.
And that is a show, guys. Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected.
This is not a hoax.
But we got the jokes. Pick up your tickets for the stand-up show. Pick up your tickets for the live Dumb People Town. Follow us on the Stereo app. It's free. And join those conversations. It's such a blast. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you on Monday.
That's right.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.